Ashley, a scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with day 5 of 31 Days of Cutfiles with MK and Janet. And today I am doing a Christmas layout. And so I pulled in my Simple Stories Santa Village, and those are the papers, and then I have the sticker sheet that, I don't think I used any of the sticker sheet though, but the papers are from that collection. And then I pulled in the Echo Park Santa Claus lane, and I have the stickers and the chipboard, as well as the Echo Park Have a Holly Jolly Christmas with the ephemera bits. And then I am using the Distress ink in Fired Brick. And so you saw the cut file was the stack of presents, and I cut them. I know that it was 11.5 wide, and so whatever height from that, that is the cut file. And so it made the presents really large, and you saw that. And it's because I wanted them to stand out. And then, you know, since I'm the more is more girl, I knew that I couldn't really make it just the background, because then I would cover up the presents and you wouldn't even know that they were there. And so I am going to kind of cut apart the cut file to make it fit around my photos. But first I took a couple of the papers from the collection, and you saw I pulled in a bunch of them because I just couldn't decide which paper I wanted to use for my background, and then because I wanted to put some strips down the side and across the bottom, and I wasn't sure which one of those I wanted to use. So I had pulled in all the papers and figured I would decide when I was doing the layout. And so I decided on the dark green as my main background. It helps to kind of pop the presents up, because I cut the cut file in a red cardstock. And so then I took a couple of the other patterns. This one says the ho ho ho, and then this kind of plaid. Is that a plaid? Is that what you call a plaid, or is it like a gingham? I don't know. But I am using this, and I'm cutting that in strips. And I had thought that I was going to use that light green in strips, but I'm actually going to use some of that to back my cut file, so I didn't want to use that as the strips. And so I just cut one of the ho ho ho's, and then 2 strips of the let's just call it plaid, shall we, to go down the side and across the bottom. And so here is where I'm cutting apart the cut file, and then I will back it. And I didn't make you guys watch me back this cut file, but I do it the same way that MK does. So she did an awesome layout, and hers had, she left in how she cuts her cut files. So make sure you go and check out her layouts, and you can see how to cut the cut file. And so I do it the exact same way, but I just didn't make you guys watch me do that, because I am less efficient than she is, and it would be like 5 hours of me cutting the cut file, and nobody wants to see that. And so here are my presents all backed, and I originally was going to do just all in the floral pattern, but then I realized as I laid them out stacked on each other, you couldn't really tell the difference. So I threw in the green as kind of to break up that really bold flower pattern. And then I used a shimmery white for the bows. And so you can see I have my strips down the side, and then I put the strips along the bottom, and I just have the ho 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 one along the bottom so that the words weren't going sideways. And then this is how I wanted to do the presents, is kind of have them cascade down the right side of the layout so that my photos could fill in the space on the left side. And I am scrapbooking just a couple fun photos. This is my mommy and I at Christmas, and then my dog Yoda is between us, and we were taking selfies, but we put this light bulb headband on Yoda, which is hilarious. And so it's kind of the same photo, but we have 2 poses. Even Yoda has 2 poses, and so I thought it'd be fun to put both of them on there. And so I wanted to use that plaid to photo mat my photos, but I wanted to back them with the same red that I did the cut file in. So you can see here, I'm gonna piecemeal a small photo mat for the photo. And so all I did was cut it so that the piece was along the side, and then I did like a miter cut on the corners, so you can't really tell that it's piecemealed together. And even if you look really closely, you can see that it's just like a miter cut, so it looks nice. And then I will ink the edges of that too. And I inked the edges of the cut file as well. The red cut file has a white core, and so when it cut, you could kind of see the white core of the paper, and so I just used that fired brick and inked all of that too, so you wouldn't see it. And it's the same with the photo mat. And then I will add the second photo mat of the plaid, and I think that just helps to kind of make the photos pop up off the page. And that's why I think this dark green was a good choice as a base for the layout, because this one's busy, like usual, but this one really is busy with a lot of patterns, which I love, but I needed to have kind of a base that wasn't too busy for it. And so I'm getting all of the presents kind of cascading down the side, and then I was gonna put the photos straight on, but then I kind of made them a little wonky, and that helped to get them kind of nestled into the presents, so that they were cascading around it, and then it adds a little fun. And so then I pulled in those Have a Holly Jolly Christmas Echo Park ephemera, and there was this frame, and so you know what I always do, I like to cut my frames and so that I can put them in two spots, because the one part of the frame is never seen if you are tucking it behind things. So I have that on the top of both of the photos, and then that little elf says Christmas spirit, because poor Yoda, but I always, after I dress him, because I do that often, I give him a cookie, and I think he is 11 now, and so I think he just knows that after I put the headgear on him or his Halloween costume, that he's gonna get a cookie. And so he just sits like a good boy and lets me do it to him, and then he gets his cookie. But those light bulbs are hilarious on his head. But anyways, I pulled in from the sticker sheet from the Santa Claus Lane all of the floral, and I kind of tucked them into the presents. There was one spot on the top present over in the corner where you could see that when I had cut apart the other part off, it left kind of an opening, and so that little floral cluster helped cover that up. And then I just kind of nestled some more of the floral clusters within there, and I put a little gingerbread man in the presents as well, just because I thought he was cute right here with a little floral cluster as well. And I cut the wreaths. There was 2 wreaths on the sticker sheet, and I cut them in half, and I put them on the top and the side of the photos, and then we'll put one on the side of the presents as well as underneath, again just to add some of the like leafy floral elements to it. And then lastly, I pulled in some of the chipboard, and I have at the top, it says, "Oh, what fun." And then at the top over there where I put that little magnet to hold it down, it says cheer, because it was kind of like a weird break in the cut file. And so I just put that over that, and then a couple snowflakes at the bottom. But that's going to be the layout, guys. This was a fun one. Make sure that you check out the description box below. You go and visit MK and Janet's channel, subscribe, like, all the good things for them. Go and visit MK's shop at Some Assemblage Required to purchase these amazing cut files. Or you could just play along with your own cut files as well. And there is a playlist that everyone is adding to, so you could just push play and enjoy all of the fun layouts that come from the cut file. And I hope that everyone has a great day. Bye!